So I've done some videos in the past about passively investing in real estate and the different types of debt or equity or hybrid structures that you can get paid on. And I've also done videos on how we structure value add components and how we kind of pay our investors more in the hybrid section of paying them a fixed preferred return along with giving them equity in the deal and being long-term partners with them as well. So what I'd like to do is read through a couple of these questions that I've gotten and answer those so that way there's additional clarity for you guys on it. So here's a question. So Tim, on the third option, which is the hybrid option, not just equity, not just debt, but a hybrid of giving them debt, like a preferred return, plus equity in the deal, do they get the preferred return forever? Or is it just until they've been paid back their initial investment? So if somebody invests $100,000 with me, exactly, I pay them a preferred return of maybe 8% on their money while the money is invested. As soon as I refinance and I pay them back that $100,000, that 100 grand's not working for them anymore. So we're not paying an 8% return on that. We've swapped it out with debt from the bank or some institutional lender. However, their equity stays in place forever. So as that equity stays in place, they are still maintaining their percentage of ownership in the property, which never changes. Even after their money gets paid back, they still maintain that long term. So they're still getting their percentage of depreciation, they're getting their percentage of cash flows, they're getting their percentage of principal pay down, property appreciation over time. That is going to help build them that long-term wealth. So it allows them to take their $100,000, roll it into another deal that will continue paying them an 8% return on another deal that we deploy the capital in. But this initial deal that they had their money in, even though they pulled their money out, they're still building wealth by property appreciation, principal pay down. The depreciation is offsetting the cash flow, and so they can continue to make money over here and still build wealth over here. And the idea would be, how do we get you into 3 to 5 different deals in the next 10 years, keep that $100,000 rolling and keep turning it over to give you some velocity on that $100,000, where no matter what deal it was in, we roll it into a new deal, we keep on paying you the 8% on that, and then you have equity in 3, 4, 5 different deals. And you pick your head up 10 years from now, and you got cash flows from each of those deals, you have equity growth from each of those deals, the depreciation and tax advantages from each of those deals. That's the game plan on how we build long-term wealth together. And another question I have is, hey Tim, you paid the equity investors back, but it didn't sound like you do any equity splits. Do you do equity splits? And the answer is yes. And so we might pay that 8% return on their $100,000, and then depending on the size of that deal and how much money we have to raise for it, that $100,000 could be, I don't know, 0.5% of equity. It could be 5% equity in the deal for every $100,000 that's invested. It could be 30% of the equity in the deal if it's a single family house or something that's a little bit smaller. It just kind of depends on the deal and the size of it. Well, hey Tim, I want more equity rather than less. Well, yeah, obviously we all do, but it's like Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos owns 11% of Amazon. Elon Musk owns 22% of Tesla, right? And they're the 2 wealthiest people in the entire world because they understand in having a slice of a watermelon versus 100% of a grape, right? There's a lot more juice in the squeeze of a slice of a watermelon than there is in 100% of a grape. We maintain equity for those equity investors even after their money gets paid back. So they get paid back their $100,000, they still have that piece of equity and slice of the pie forever, which again allows them to build that long-term wealth. And the question might be, well, Tim, if you paid them back, Tim, you should own, or the operating partner should own all the equity and take all the equity back. I get it. I just think that's a scarcity mindset. I think that scarcity mindset is going to lead you to doing more work over time rather than less work. People get too caught up on this deal. It's not about this deal. It's about what does this deal set me up to do in the future and the next 10 deals that I can take down because of this deal. And I would rather see my equity investors, my passive lenders, see me as a long-term partner in their deals. If I'm paying them 8% and somebody else comes by and dangles a 9% carrot in their face, and they're not getting any equity in my deal, they're going to probably jump to the 9% carrot versus an 8% return here plus equity that then yields cash flow, depreciation, principal pay down, and property appreciation. And we might own this building for another 10, 15, 20, 30 years. they're going to see me as a long-term partner of theirs. And I think it breeds loyalty. They realize I don't have to give them long-term equity in the deal, but I do it because I truly believe in abundance. I think that wealth is like sunshine, and me getting sunshine doesn't take any sunshine away from anybody else, and them getting sunshine doesn't take any sunshine away from me. And us doing deals together and me maintaining their equity forever, even after they get paid back, still allows them to build long-term wealth. They see me in an abundance mindset. And you know what the first question is? As soon as I pay them back their $100,000, where's the next deal, Tim? Let's roll it into another deal. And it breeds that long-term loyalty because they know I'm abundant mindseted. I hope this answered a couple of your questions regarding raising private money and why we structure it kind of in a hybrid fashion, the way that we do. But if you are interested in passively investing or partnering up passively on the money side of things, don't hesitate to reach out. You can send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and or you can go to our website, legacywealthholdings.com, and there's a link in there that says, I'm interested in passive investing or being an equity investor. Quick disclaimer, we only take accredited investors. That means you have a net worth of over $1 million, excluding your primary residence, or you make $200,000 a year as an individual, or you make $300,000 a year as a married couple filing jointly. And you've done that for the past couple of years, and you expect to do that again this year. So that's accredited investors only, but you can reach out to us. We'd love to hop on a call with you, either myself or Fadi Boumitri, talk about how we can start building some long-term wealth together. So I hope this helps you guys. Hopefully it gives you some insights on how you can structure your own deals or how you can passively invest in different projects. And if you would, give me a like on the video. Please share it with anybody else who's interested in this type of passive investing, and please subscribe to our channel. We're always trying to give more value. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section and we'll create more videos to answer more of your questions. Till next time, be your best.